Hello everybody and welcome to a new video here on MedSolutTV. Step by step the summer is coming and you know it, with it the perfect time for bikers to get out their motorcycles and to drive. Maybe you're a biker as well, and even if not, I think all of you may know one. And this is actually what we want to talk about today. Because there is a new approach to lead to more safety during motorcycling. An integrated dashboard inside the helmet. And the most interesting fact about that, it is developed by an 18-year-old boy from Germany. With him we are going to talk as well today. As I already mentioned, the Smart Helmet Display, or short SHD, is developed by an 18-year-old student. His name is Johannes Lodal and he invented it for taking part in a quite known competition in Germany called Jugendforscht. It is a competition in the field of science and technology. The participants could work on questions or projects of their own choice, but they need to be out of the mathematics, natural science, computer science or technique sector. And starting with a competition on regional level, they could come in the final to a competition on national level. And this is running since yesterday. There are several prizes offered, from material to cash prizes for the winning. But the real win for all the participants is, of course, the networking aspect. It is a limited chance to come together with some of the brightest minds the country is offering. No matter if they are participants as well or the judges of the competition. And Johannes is one of these participants as well, as I already mentioned, and the SHD, his project. Other interesting projects, because there are a lot, you're able to find at the first link in the description. There we have got an article at our blog on MedSolutTV. But nevertheless, let's focus on the SHD for now. We were set at the beginning of the year 2020. Johannes is driving to school with his motorcycle, and as a good student does, he doesn't really know if he's late or not. And in this moment he starts to think about how nice it would be if there was any kind of clock or dashboard inside his helmet. And when his teacher is asking him later on this day if he's likely to participate in Jugendforscht, the idea for the smart helmet is born. But to have a look on how this way from the idea to the first prototype actually looked, let's ask Johannes himself.
That actually was the idea for the first prototype. I've got it right here. So in the prototype I used an Arduino chip. This is an Arduino Nano. It's a microcontroller for and you can use it for a lot of modules, and to program it is very easy. So I used that and wired it up with an OLED display. And the OLED display is like right placed in the upper part of the helmet. And then I used a mirror, this time a full mirror, and place it right in front of your cheek.
So looking into the mirror, you could see the reflection of the display. By this, it is resembling the function of the dashboard or speedometer inside the car. And by this, offering you the way of quickly receiving the information you really need with being in your peripheral view. But the second step for Johannes was to further develop the prototype. And the second version had to be a smarter solution and as well more visual appealing.
We have up here a display, and down here, right under the nose protector, is a little 3D printed contraption with a mirror on it, and you can take that out and it looks like this. So here's the mirror, and it's actually more like a foil which can be glued on 3D printed parts, and by that it's a lot more easier to break in case of an accident.
The mirror is adjustable, so it is possible for you to change the angle, and by that it is possible for several persons to use the SHD. At the back side of the helmet there is a box. And inside of this box there are several components enabling the functions the SHD has. On the one hand there is a Bluetooth module for connecting smartphone and SHD. But there needs to be a possibility to make use of it even if the smartphone isn't connected. And therefore there is as well a built-in RCT module and a temperature sensor, which are always showing you time and temperature even if your smartphone is not connected. And the last component is a battery, because of course the SHD needs to get its energy somehow. But as I already mentioned, you're able to connect the smartphone, which is interesting because using an app you're able to use the SHD for navigation as well.
This app is made with MIT App Inventor and contains a really easy navigation, so you can like mark with one marker where your destination is, and your location is always updated by activating your location sensor. And if you put in your route, you can simply calculate it, and by proceeding the way on the route, the informations are automatically sent to the Helmed and displayed in the display.
Johannes is really ambitious with setting himself goals for improving the SHD. One of his goals is, for example, to link the SHD to the smart infrastructure. This way it would be possible for car drivers watching their smart computers to see where bikers are. This could lead to less crashes and endurance for bikers. As well, he wants to change the microcontroller to enable a colored display and something like a user interface where you could adjust the features shown on the SHD. During his work he received help from the company ThyssenKrupp, or more or less financial support, but what was letting him leave some weight off his shoulders. And as well, for reaching the set goals he's got, he has a really good idea for involving others.
I want to make it to a kind of open source project, because my skills are very limited. I'm very young and I'm still learning a lot about constructing and a lot about programming. And well, yeah, I know a lot of things about that, but there are always more skilled guys out there who want to bring projects like this really far, and who want to improve it in very many ways. And I think that would be a great option to develop this helmet to a real product, or actually to use it really not only for myself but for the public.
For the running competition we wish you the best luck, Johannes. And to be honest, I'm quite excited. Not only by the project, which is really cool, no doubts, but as well by the age in which he's working that active and smart on reaching his goals. What do you think about it? What do you think about his project, the SHD? Do you think it has got potential? Write down in the comments below. And now at this part, as always, goodbye and have a nice day.